How's it going, YouTube? Navy Sooner here. So today, on my reviews of stuff, I'm going to be reviewing the Kershaw Dividend and the Kershaw Dividend House of Blades edition. Reason I'm doing both at the same time is because I've recently been carrying this one a lot, and I just recently picked this one up. So yeah, I haven't carried this one that much, but it's basically I know how this one's gonna feel because I have carried this one for a while. The blade types in the Kershaw Dividends are this Kershaw, the regular Dividend, is gonna have 420 HC steel, and the House of Blades edition is gonna have S35 VN steel. This is a great steel, but it's more of a budget steel. The S35 is just, I think, one of the best EDC blade steels out there. Of course, you can see the American flags. They're made in America. They are speed safe. They do have speed safe assisted open on them. And both of them have 3-inch blades. The difference between the House of Blades edition and the regular Kershaw Dividend is not just the steel, the S35. Obviously, you can see this is red. It's got an aluminum backspacer right there. This one's got blue. If you get the blue handled one, it comes with red backspacer. And then you got a deep rad pocket clip here, and you can tell here on the top of the knife, on top of the blade, there's a little swedge right here that the regular one does not have taken out of it. So those are the differences between these two different dividends. I have two other House of Blades edition Kershaws. I have the Launch 1, there we go, and the Kershaw Link House of Blades edition with the S35. The Launch one, there's no difference besides, I'm pretty sure it's just the this gold look to the handle. Steel is the same, 154, CPM 154, but yeah, that's all that makes this one a House of Blades edition different. Well, what I like, this Dividend is, in my eyes, the leak killer. I like the leak. I liked how the point got so fine at the point like the Dividend does, but the Dividend does it just as good. I like the handle is more ergonomic than the leak. Your hand won't slide up if for some reason right here because of this little because of where the flipper tab ends. I also like the flipper tab more on the Kershaw Dividend than the leak. I don't have my leak here because it got stolen when my truck got broken into, and then some Marine reservist stole my other one. So God just didn't want me to have the leak, I guess, and he showed me the way to the Dividend. What I also like about the Dividend is the pivot screw here on one side is it's not free spinning, meaning like when I unscrew this side of the pivot screw, it's got like a hex tip thing looking to it, and it will stay put when I'm unscrewing it, so I don't have to worry about making sure the other side doesn't move when I'm spinning the screw. And then I like the shape of the blades. The sheep's foot design is really nice. I really like. I'm a big sucker for a sheep's foot. It's kind of weird how the way the blade is made. It kind of looks like there's kind of a little recurve here. There isn't. There is not. To me, it just looks like there's a recurve there for some reason. I know there's not, but yeah, that's just what it looks like. And that would be weird for there to be a recurve at the front of the knife. But it's still, I think it's a beautiful looking blade in and of itself. Just the sheep's foot alone, it could be on the same, it could be on the Leek's handle and I'd probably still like the blade. But I like the handle, the blade, the flipper tab, and yeah, I really like this knife. This is actually my backup EDC. I consider this a smaller blade, so I'll usually carry it in my back left pocket, and my bigger knife in my front left pocket. My bigger folding knife in my front left pocket. The dislikes is they could have done something with these pivot screws. I mean, they're kind of boring. Just a little screw. There you go. I like how not Kershaw, Zero Tolerance puts a little something in the design for their pivot screws, but for the most part, this is just boring, and it kind of feels cheap to me, just in the hand. But and the Kershaw Link has that issue as well. I didn't say that in my review of the Kershaw Link, but after time I realized that that's just kind of boring, this little screw there. But they're not supposed to be aesthetically pleasing, they're supposed to be tools. It just so happens that if they're aesthetically pleasing, that helps the knife. But I mean, the rest of the blade and the knife is beautiful, other than that little kind of boring meh. That was my note, but very meh. That's how I spell it, meh. Sorry, little tangent there. Anyways, the regular Dividend, there are other options. You can get it in the GRN handle, which is a glass reinforced nylon, which is like all the cheapo Kershaws, what they get, or most of them. I think they're getting away from that this year in 2018 because they got some really cool designs coming out, and I'm hoping to get my hands on some of those soon so I can give you some reviews. And also you can get it with a Damascus blade, and there was a Sprint run done, and they don't make them anymore, so you'd have to find them on the secondary market, but they make the blade in M390 steel as well, which is a pretty good steel. I still prefer the S35 over M390. The House of Blades option, the different options you have are the blue handle with a red backspacer, and you either get the stone wash, which you see here, or black wash, which the black wash in the launch one is basically what it would look like, the color. The regular Dividend, this one right here, you can find it for $40 to $45 all over the internet. And I can't remember what the Damascus price is, and the M390, if you find that, you're gonna pay a premium because yeah, they don't make them anymore and people wanted them. And the GRN handle, it's probably gonna be about $35 to $40. The House of Blade option is $89.95. You can get it on their website, or you can go to their storefront. I really like the people over there. They're really nice people, and so I like to support them and go to their storefront and purchase blades. And if you're ever in town in Fort Worth before I leave, which coming up here soon, and you want to go check out House of Blades, just send me an email. I'll go check it out with you. I'll go with you and point you in the right direction and introduce you to the people there. So anyways, that was my review of stuff on the Kershaw Dividend and Dividend House of Blades edition. And hope y'all have a wonderful day. It's Navy Sooner out.